Hello everyone, good evening, and welcome to the CSC Racing League. My name is Soji Sakata, I am the S in CSC, and tonight, it's the Street Stocks Round 3 live from New Smyrna Speedway. We've got a classic for you here tonight. New Smyrna, of course, is a home for many race car drivers, new and old. Names like Mark Martin, Ryan Newman, and Tony Stewart have all come from this particular track, or at least passed through on their way to the big leagues. And tonight we got a bunch of drivers duking it out, hoping to make their name in the history books by getting the win. Let's take a look at the cars they'll be driving. As we've covered before, if you're new to the league, you'll get a fresh hit on these. If you've been here before, you'll recognize these are the Street Stocks, 375 horsepower out of pushrod V8s. Under the skin, they're all basically the same with different bodies. You've got the 70s Camaro called the Panther. You've got the 1980s, the late 80s generation of the Chevrolet Monte Carlo. They call that the Casino. These are 15x7 Hoosier radials, 4-speed manual gearboxes, and a live solid rear axle. So very, very easy to spin these cars out, get loose, loop one. You've really got to have a handle on the back end of your race car. And here's the third option for the bodywork. This is a 1990s Ford Thunderbird that they call Eagle. So, with that being said, let's take a look at our track this evening. This is New Smyrna. It is a very similar track to Round 1 at USA International. If you're not familiar with it, it is a very simple track. It's two straight straightaways. They are dead arrow straight and parallel to each other with 180-degree turns at each end. Simple, classic racetrack design. A little bit more banking here at New Smyrna than we had at places like USA. But that's all the more better for us watching because it's going to lead to better racing, faster lap times, and more aggressive race moves. So with 10 minutes left in the session, let's jump into the CSC test drive car and take a couple laps around this facility and show you guys what these racers are going to be experiencing tonight. As I said, these cars are very, very touchy. All you got to do is go around the back of them and they will get loose. So they like the throttle, but it's also their biggest weakness. We're going to get right out to the wall. We're going to drive this thing right down. The apron is going to be a faster line more than likely, as it is the shortest way around the racetrack, and the banking is not progressive. So it is the same banking whether you're here on the yellow or up against that white outside wall. Let's see who we're chasing now. That appears to be Trevor LaPierre in the number 6 car, the Panther up there. Let's see if we can't reel in Mr. LaPierre. Not sure who's ahead of us after that, but let's see if we can find out. You can hear the tires squeal out of the back, and you can see I have to catch the slides coming out of the corners because I am overdriving this car. I need to be a little bit more smooth and consistent. Tapping that outside wall because it is a dead straight corner is going to be an easy thing to do. It's a mistake that will be made many times tonight, just as Trevor demonstrates. Right off the outside wall and into the inside catch fence. Whoa! Almost had a wrecked car right there on the bottom in front of us too.
I mean, what are you?
See, and somebody just died going into turn 1. I'm not sure what happened there, but that appears to be Mr. Derek Hilker. As you can see, it's really a very, very rhythm-based track, as you really have to find a smooth and consistent way to get into these corners, because even the smallest mistake of overdriving it or getting that back end loose is going to cost you valuable tenths or even hundredths on your opponent as the laps go on. Being able to put in a consistently fast lap time every single time you make it go around this track is going to be crucial to the success of your race tonight. That's my best lap right there, and that's still only good for 5th best on the night. Let's see if I can get myself up this leaderboard a little bit just to dunk on the guys we'll be calling for tonight. And then we'll go through our starting lineup of drivers for the evening and see who our competitors are going to be. That put me to third on the board. I know I got a little bit more than the old tank. Just got to find that rhythm. I'm not really supposed to be competing, but I mean, come on, it's a race car. You got to try to go fast a little bit, right? That was the good exit off of 4 that I wanted it to do the last time. I think that might be all I've got. Still not bad, third in the lobby for what it is. Oh, there's the look right there. Look at that time come down. Whoa, one in the outside catch fence there. Or outside wall, I guess it is. But you guys know what I meant. Drivers will only have one set of tires for this evening. They will not be getting a big helping hand on the old grip aspect of the racetrack. You will have one set of Hoosier Comanches sitting in the pits waiting for you, and if you burn them, they are gone. So make use of your time. The other thing, tire wear could come into factor tonight. I have now run 11. Whoa. Mr. Zach Davidson blocks the racetrack for me there and gives me a heart attack. We'll do one more lap here and see what the tire wear is going to be over approximately 12 laps of consistent normal running. That is going to be 12 laps. Let's pull over. All right. Let's hop out of the car here and find out what our tire wear was. Garage. Wow, look at that. Almost 10% tire wear in just a matter of 12 laps. So we could be seeing some very greasy and slick cars out there tonight. That could really play into factor tonight as the cars get slicker and slicker and slicker on the track. All right, let's get off of me and go through our lineup of drivers for the evening as Trading Paints loads in the liveries. I had launched Trading Paints and it decided it was not going to load. There's my Americana mobile. Because nothing says America like an anime girl with a stars and stripes bikini. What can I say? There's Mr. Zach Davidson in that number 19 Rust Bucket Special. We have the number 8 car. That is Mr. Sam Horst in the Rookie Driver Special. Very easy to spot that car on track tonight. No problems looking out for the 8 car. There is the 5 car, Mr. Derek Hilker. The old style number 5. I think that's a... I'm not familiar with that brand of beer, but I do believe that is a brand of beer. Is that maybe Milwaukee's Best? I'm not 100% sure. I'm not a drinker. I don't recognize that. Of course, right ahead of him in that number 15 black and white machine, that is our Race 1 winner, Cameron Romano. Ahead of him, we have Chris Hood in the Chick Hicks Tribute Panther. Another easy car to spot with that lime green livery. There's my vehicle. There's Trevor's number 6 car with the Ricky Bobby tribute. I want to go fast, he says. So we'll have to see if he can live up to that wish and see what we can get from speed-wise out of that 6 car. We also have the 10 of Brian P. Moore on track in that number 10 Black Rifle Coffee Bass Pro Shops machine. And I believe that is all of our competitors here tonight. Is there anybody not on track? Hilker, Davidson, me, Moore, Romano, Horst, LaPierre, and Hood. No, that is all of our competitors currently. We've seen them all. So, we got about 3 minutes left in practice. Let's see where these guys are running. Let's actually take a look at our fast time of the day. That was set by Mr. Derek Hilker. A 19.766. Zach Davidson close behind, 19.809. I had a 19.842, not too shabby. Brian Moore very close behind, only 0.02 of a second, 19.863. Romano 19.890. Horst 19.891, only 0.001 of a second between the 15 and the 8 car. That's going to be a tight battle tonight. And then, of course, we have Trevor, 20007. James Bond reference, I like it. And Mr. Chris Hood with the 20.107. Looks like the 13 car's either saving his stuff for later or still trying to find a little groove on the racetrack tonight. As I see Chris in the chat, let's go, says Chris. Let's go indeed. Should be a good race for this evening. I'm looking forward to seeing who comes out on top. Let's go through the field as Mr. LaPierre heads off pit road. In that, wow, the Ford Taurus front end on the front of that Camaro is a cursed thing to see indeed. That looks very out of place. Hey, you know what? If you're going to have an interesting livery, you might as well have a sense of humor about it as well. Whoa, as he hangs it out and gets that thing sideways, saves it off the wall. Well done. And gets out of the way of the oncoming traffic as the 5 and the 13 continue to do battle on track. This is, of course, nothing more than practice, so they're just out there getting a feel for their machines and getting a feel for driving sideways and side by side. Look at the front rotors glow on the 5 car. He has got those front brakes smoking hot as he taps that outside wall. Chris Hood also with the front brakes aglow in the front of that number 13. Does that says Lumina on the front of that Thunderbird on the 5 car. I'm not sure how Chevrolet would feel about that, or Ford for that matter. Sam Horst. He's running that same kind of line. Looks like he's having a little trouble keeping that car down on the bottom of the track. That is one of the hardest things to do. You have to go a little slower than you think to keep that car really... Yeah, there he got it a little bit better. See if that improved. Oh, he has improved in time a little bit. 19.889. That has leapfrogged him over Romano.
Cameron, I beat the time by 0.1.
All right, settle down there, Kyle Larson. You're not him.
If it makes you feel better, Cameron, you had him beat by 001 before he beat you by 001. So it's at least been close the whole time.
Well, at that rate, they're just going to both work their way right up to me.
Derek, I just want to say that was the most fun I've had in a minute.
Chris, you and Derek going side by side for that many laps was impressive, and it was good watching. I was impressed you two kept it off of each other for that long. That was awesome. All right, and we are into the night.
I told you, I'm going to put on a show.
Bring it on. The better the show, the better the VOD, and the better the stream. All right, so let's get on track. Let's check out tonight's starting lineup. I really would like a little bit better of a camera. It appears this might be the best
guys,
we get,
welcome to the
unfortunately.
qualifying portion of the session.
I am going to mute him real quick so you folks can hear me talk. Your pole sitter for tonight in the first heat race is the number 19 car, the Rust Bucket Special for Mr. Zach Davidson. Outside pole goes to the 13 car, Chris Hood, in the Chick Hicks tribute. There we go. Nope. Oh, it switches me cameras. Okay, there we go. So, inside row 2 will be the number 10 car of Brian P. Moore. Inside row 3, as my empty slot there on the grid will be filled by Mr. Cameron Romano in the 15 car on the outside of Mr. Brian Moore. Inside row 3 will go to Mr. Derek Hilker in the 5 car, the Old Style Beer. On the outside of row 3 will be the bumped up car of number 6, Trevor LaPierre, who gets the bump from 4th row to 3rd with my absence on the grid. And bringing up the rear in that number 8 rookie driver special, is Mr. Sam Horst. Let's go out on the cameras, get a little bit wider of a shot. We catch a little bit more of the action on the track here. Not sure why we're following the pace truck. There we go. There's the field we want to see. 7 cars, 10 laps. Who's going to take the win in Heat 1 to set the pole? Remember this lap. This is 10 laps, no cautions. The Silverado pace truck is off. Green flag is out. We're away and racing here at New Smyrna Speedway. 13 car gets a good jump, but runs it high, trying to get the momentum. Zach Davidson holds it steady on the bottom. He's able to keep it side by side down the backstretch. They're 2 wide for the lead. Looking to push it 3 wide in the back as Lapierre goes way too wide into the wall. 5-way battle for third, 2-way battle for the lead. Chris Hood not giving up on the outside. He actually is going to get Chris Hood's actually going to get Zach Davidson on the outside line. Really using the momentum to his advantage. 13 to the lead. Hood in first, Davidson second. Oh, Romano into the outside wall. He's going to be falling back to... Yes, he is going to fall all the way to the tail end of the field, 7th position, as the 19 car is looking under the 13, trying to get the lead back. The 10 of Moore waiting in the wings, hoping for a mistake from the 19 or the 13 to swoop and make his move. The 5 car trying to mimic. 4 cars all in a row looking for the win. The 13 car with the advantage. The 19 car tries to look low again. $13 car still out to the lead, 19 in tow. 10 car keeping it very smooth and steady on that bottom line, trying to wait for his opportunity. Will there be one? This is a short race. We are already lap 6 of 10. This heat race never lasts long. Zach Davidson goes wide, trying to get a run down the backstretch. Cannot get enough speed to catch up to that 13 car. He's going to need a mistake from Chris Hood because these cars are so evenly matched, you really have to make the most of the opportunity when you have it. He's going to do an over-under. He's got a little run coming off the corner. Can he get the bumper under the 13? Yes, he can. That's going to force Chris Hood to the high side. Zach Davidson to the bottom. Oh, Chris Hood barely keeps it off the wall. Just gives it a little love tap. Might have scuffed the paint, but I don't think any damage to that 13 cars. They're hanging side by side, challenging for the lead. What an absolutely great race. These two not giving each other any quarter for solace, but still racing each other hard and doing a little bit of door slamming. This is short track racing at its finest. And they're 2 wide behind him, going for third. Hilker on the inside of Moore. The 13 not ready to give up on that outside line. The 19, the 13 runs it wide. That's going to be the 19 to the lead. And the 5 gets the pass done on the 10 for third. 1 and 2 switch places. 3 and 4 switch places. This is some really good racing. And this is coming to the checkered flag. Davidson, can he hold it? No, he's going to get spun. So is Chris Hood. They're all into the inside wall. Brian Moore takes the win. 10 car to the pole. What a finish. Oh my goodness. Zach Davidson utterly destroyed. Chris Hood destroyed. Derek Hilker annihilated. Oh my goodness. What a finish. I need to switch radio channels here. That was an awesome finish. That was so cool. Yeah, Chris is even requesting a replay. What? Oh. Hey. Would you guys quit pulling my admin? All right, don't know how that happened there. All right, let's go back. Well, they're working on getting me my admin privileges back. Let's go back and get a replay of the last lap of that race. That was too close to call. There we go. Can confirm. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I saw you trying to access race control radio. Well, yeah, I am race control, so...
Welcome to...
I had that muted the whole time for that race. You guys couldn't hear any of that. Dang it. That's right. You guys couldn't hear the race audio, but I was calling it, so we're still good. All right, let's go back and take a look at...
welcome to the main event. You got 50 laps of all-out racing. Caution laps will not count. All starts and subsequent restarts are on green. Short tracks do not have the restart zone in mind. There's no choose rule either.
Let's take a look at this replay here. Be glad I can see it and call it out to him. Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
The way it works, because some of y'all were not in the voice call earlier.
Right. Either way, let's take a look at this and see here.
There will be a point awarded for leading a lap. There will be points awarded for leading the most
Davidson
laps.
enters wide, trying to swing the bottom side of the track low.
The fastest lap of the feature race, and you get
I'm gonna take him out of at least 1 ear so I can hear myself talk. Davidson tried to run the higher line on entry, trying to really block the bottom of the track off of the 13 car of Hood.
You get one fast
Hood, of course, lets off the gas seeing this. You can see the flame spit from the side of his car.
Get one additional
the 5 car, hard on the brakes. You can see the rotors glowing, trying to swing underneath of him if something goes wrong. He's also out of the gas. Davidson is in the gas this whole time. You can see no fire spitting out of the side of his vehicle. Did he get loose first, or did Chris get into it? That's the real question here.
So if a caution comes out on, let's just say, lap 32 out of 50, it stays on lap 32 until we go back green.
I am going to say that is yes, that is definitely contact between the 13 and the 19. The 13 pushes the 19 around.
Other than that, good luck to all the newest drivers.
Yeah, 13 gets into the 19, the 19 goes around.
We want to continue
and then,
growing
of course,
this league and the main league that we run
go a little bit
Saturday,
faster here. That gets the 19 into the outside wall. That turns the 13 down, and that destroys all of them.
Like I said,
and lets more come through to take the win.
Out there. Let's give
Who ended up getting second there?
Something to look forward to.
Romano gets second. Horst gets third. Does Davidson get fourth? He does.
Oh, and
Hood's able to get it rolling for fifth.
Bleed.
And it looks like it's going to be Hilker for sixth. And Trevor for seventh. Wow. Yes, I've tried to get something for that, Gary, and I have not had any success getting anything to operate.
In chat,
so I need some help with that. So we'll have to get that. You'll have to help me get that set up maybe while you're off work next week, and I am off work as well because I am healing from surgery. So maybe we can set that up next week. That would be awesome. So, yeah, we'll have to work with that. But either way, we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this warm-up session. Let's get back to some live action here. We'll look at either after the race or something. Yeah, I can't do after the race. I got some other stuff I got to do, but next week I'll be off work anyways. We'll talk later. Alright, so let's check out our current race, our heat times. Somehow Brian Moore setting a... Oh, that's the final time of the race, okay. For a minute I thought that was his lap time. Whoa! Trevor hard into that outside wall. Go through here. Cam Romano trying to find a little bit more of a groove after struggling in the heat race. Got a good finish, but did not have a whole lot of speed in that one. Trying to find a little bit more, be a little bit more competitive, hopefully. Let's see here, that's my vehicle. Zach Davidson, who's going to have to come from the back of the pack after that unfortunate start. Or unfortunate finish, I should say. Dominated the majority of the heat race, but unfortunately unable to finish it off. Chris Hood also involved in that big tangle. See if he can make his way from the back to the front. Derek Hilker stopped on the apron of the backstretch. Not sure what's going on there. Hopefully everything's okay. I do need to work on some way to show standings. That would be nice, but we will... I digress. We will figure that out. Hey, we're a new racing league after all. Growing pains. So we watched the Chick Hicks mobile making laps. See if he definitely lived up to the Chick Hicks name in the heat race, spinning out the 19, getting a little aggressive. We'll see if that happens again or not. We'll have to make sure all the... I just realized something. Let's dial up Mr. Zach Davidson here real quick. Hey, Zach, I noticed when you got involved in that wreck in the heat race, your front bumper came off and nobody else's did. Do you think that's due to the rust on your car, or is that by design? Oh, I think I'm funny sometimes.
Well, Soji, I can't hear you in this chat, but I have the stream up. I think it has to do with the car design.
Good to know. Oh, and I'm in team, so that would explain why. I will have to adjust my radio. Ooh, that did not sound good. Alright, we're going to grid up just so I can switch my radio channels real quick. And then, Alright. Can you guys hear me now that I'm on the race control channel?
The Speedway.
Yes, I can.
Thank you. Go ahead, Cameron. Sorry to interrupt.
Drivers, welcome to New Smyrna Speedway. We're racing under the lights here on the street stocks. Can I get a hell yeah, brother?
We got a cough. I don't know if
Okay,
that's...
tough crowd. On that note, drivers, start their engines.
I'll say it for you, Cameron. Hell yeah, brother. This should be a good show tonight.
Hell yeah, brother.
There we go.
You did it wrong. It's supposed to be, can I get a, oh yeah?
Oh, boy. Okay, here we go with the in-game
Now.
chat already. Ah, racers, we may be
You're
grown
not
adults,
me.
but we're still children at heart. So let's go through your starting lineup for tonight's short. I always want to call them short stocks. I'm not sure why, but either way, let's go through your field. Starting 7th in the number 6 car, the Ricky Bobby Tribute, Trevor LaPierre. That is 7th place, excuse me. In 6th place, the number 5 car, Derek Hilker in the Old Style Beer. Number 5, the number 13 Chick Hicks car, that's Chris Hood. Number 4, the 19 Rust Bucket Special, the Casino, driven by Zach Davidson. 3rd on the grid, that is the number 8 Rookie Driver Special of Sam Horst. Your outside pole sitter in the number 15 Eagle, Cameron Romano. And your sneaky pole position winner after a good move and a lucky break, it's the number 10 of Brian Moore, taking advantage of everybody else's misfortune there and taking it to the lead. The green flag is out. Let's go racing. 50 laps, cautions don't count. Let's see what chaos ensues. The 10 of Moore out to the lead. Horst in the 8 looking on the bottom side, trying to claim second. Romano in the 15 on the outside, trying to make it stick. Horst gets clear of the 15. The 19 also trying to clear the 15 now. Oh, we got the 8 car blinking a little bit. Let's hope that doesn't persist. 19 and the 15 side by side for 3rd. Romano and Davidson battling it out. Romano's going to relinquish the position. Davidson to 3rd. Hood currently runs 5th. LaPierre 6th. Hilker 7th. Back up to the lead as Davidson's chasing down the 8 car, trying to make a move for 2nd. Gives him the bumper, doesn't spin him, makes him run wide. Can the 19 capitalize on that move? It looks like he's got the bumper under him. Excuse me. Oh! Can they hold it straight? Yes! 19
That
through
was
to
a
the
good
lead.
save.
Good move by Davidson. Good save by the 8 of Horst. Romano trying to look on the inside of the 8 car, trying to take away third. Meanwhile, the 10 car out to a Sunday drive, trying to take advantage of everybody else. 13 car on of Hood trying to stay smooth and consistent, make up a little bit of time here. The 19 of Davidson out of the groove. The 15's looking low. 15 will most likely clear the 19 car in the next lap or two. Whoa, the 13 of Hood all of a sudden right up on the back bumper of the 15. Got a three-way battle for third. Whoa, Trevor LaPierre gets into the back of Chris Hood. 4 or 5 cars under a blanket in the middle of the corner. They are trying to have an accident and doing a great job avoiding it somehow. Whoa! Cameron Romano spins it. Caution is out.
Bye-bye, Cameron.
Cameron Romano looks like he got
That's
away
a
with
good side-by-side
little
race
to
there.
no damage. I agree, Gary. What a save by Horst. I cannot believe he kept that car gathered up. Looks like no damage on the 15 car. He should be able to continue. It's going to put him to the tail end of the line, but with no damage on that vehicle and more than 40 laps on the board, we should have plenty of time to see if he can come from the back to the front. That's going to make your current running order your pole sitter and still leader wire to wire so far, the 10 car of Brian Moore. Second place, the 8 of Sam Horst. The 19 car of Zach Davidson's running third. As the 15 car of Romano gives Chris Hood a little bit of door music expressing his displeasure there. Good friends off the racetrack, hard competitors on the racetrack though. Chris Hood, of course, running fourth. He was in that battle with the 15 car.
Out here making some enemies.
Oh, boy.
That is the second time Chick Hicks has spun somebody out.
Cameron, my Lightning McQueen, so I had to be Chick.
As I said, good friends off the track.
Hey, as long as I'm not the king in this scenario.
I mean,
That leaves-
everyone thought that you were the king when I did turn you on qualifying, so.
This is great. I
So
don't
you
even have
did
to.
remark on my car exploding.
I didn't even have to interview anybody. They're doing it for me. The 6 car of Trevor LaPierre runs 5th currently. Derek Hilker in that old style beer number 5 car is running 6th. And of course, Ken Romano, the car that brought out the caution with that spin, is to the back of the field in 7th. No cars opting to go for pit road. So this should just be a stack 'em, rack 'em, and send them back out caution. No changes to the lineups other than Romano falling to the back. Single file restart. Let's see what happens.
Wait, single file? Oh, no.
Single file restart indeed.
Yeah, it's old NASCAR.
Lights are out
restart
on the
rules.
Silverado pace truck. Green flag is out. We're away in racing. Yellow flags do not count for the laps, so it is still lap 8. All of those laps they just ran under caution meant nothing. Let's see, the 10 car trying to get a few bumpers and a little bit of wiggle room on the 8 car. The 8 car way out of the groove. That might be just what Brian Moore's looking for. 19 to the inside of the 8 for second. Chris Hood in the 13 car working on the back of the 19, trying to catch up and make sure he can get his bumper under the 8 before the window closes. Take advantage of the 19's aggressive move to the inside. 10 car still out to a steady lead. LaPierre might be trying to make a move on the 13 car, but he needs just a little bit more room to do it. Whoa, horse to the back of the 10. Ooh, that was almost a wreck right there. That could have easily put the 10 around if he'd hit just a little bit harder.
Did not mean to do that, Brian. That was a weird corner there. It's like you stopped.
19 car had a little bit of a mishap there. He's fallen back. He's now door to door with the 13 car. Go back and watch that battle. Oh!
Multi-car spin down to 2.
Caution is already out. I do not have to throw that caution. Looks like that has collected the 13 of Chris Hood. The 6 of Trevor LaPierre.
Damn it, Trevor, I wanted to take him out.
I think maybe that was just a 2-car incident.
I was trying my best.
So, Moore retains the lead. Horst retains
Sorry for
second.
taking up so much time. I was just maybe
Zach
using a little too much brake
Davidson
in the
still
corner.
in third for the moment. He does have a little bit of
No, you're
nose
good, you're good.
damage on the front
I'm
end of that
confused,
casino.
'cause I'm like, I went.
Looks like that Monte
Zach didn't
Carlos had a
go,
little
and
bit
you
of chin
didn't go
music.
either. I'm like, wait, what?
Whoa, a little bit of lag there. What on earth is going on? That puts Davidson to third. Yeah, definitely some damage to the front end of that 19 car. Don't think it's going to be structural, but might have the front toe knocked out of that car. Fourth place, Derek Hilker, quietly working his way up the grid, just smooth and steady, taking advantage of others' misfortune so far tonight. Looks like that Eagle doesn't have a scratch on it yet. It's not a bad strategy as we're only 11 laps into this 50-lap feature. Chris Hood, can't tell if he's got any damage to the front end of that number 13. Yeah, he's definitely got a little bit of damage on it, that's for sure. And Trevor LaPierre with a lot of left front damage to that car. I will be shocked if that thing does not have at least some level of toe or suspension damage. As we do have a taker on pit road, the 15 car of Cameron Romano comes down for service. I did not get to see if he took tires on that stop. Was that just a damage repair and
On
a
my
gas
screen, you
ago?
look like you're good, Hilker.
Yes, that was a 4-tire change. That means Romano, while at the back of the pack, has decided to take 4 tires and see if he can go back to the front of the field. Pace lights are out on the Silverado pace truck. That means we are going green next time by.
Sorry, Chris.
Brian Moore still your leader, of course. Laps not counting
Hi,
at the
buddy.
moment. No wave arounds. No lucky dogs. Just old school short track racing. Moore first, Horst second, Davidson third, Hilker fourth, Hood fifth, LaPierre sixth, Romano seventh on those fresh tires. Pace truck is in. Green flag is out. We're going green again. Brian Moore with a huge jump. Very good restart. He's got at least a car length on the 8. 8 with a couple car lengths back to the 5 and the 19. They're double wide for the 4th and 5th positions. Looks like they're going to single file out here. 19 going to come up to 3rd. 5 car going to come up to 4th. And Hood's going to be able to clear the 6 car of LaPierre to lock himself into 5th for the time being. LaPierre looks like he is struggling with the damage to the front end of that race car. Definitely think that is an ill-handling machine. Romano trying to make the move on the bottom side of the wounded car of Trevor LaPierre on those fresh Hoosier Comanche radials. Let's go back to watch the leaders. Horst has gotten up to the back bumper of the 10 car. Sam Horst finding the groove early here tonight. He's going to look to the high side of the 10 for the lead. Might have gotten a little too far out of the groove there, as that's given the 19 of Zach Davidson room to get underneath of him. That's going to give the 19 car Davidson the shorter way around the racetrack and a little bit better run down the straightaway. It should have. It looks like Horst was able to get off the corner despite the bad exit angle. Not sure what technique Horst is using there, but it seems to be working for him. The 5 car of Hilker has made it around the 13 car of Hood, as the 8 car of Horst is able to clear the 19 once again. Makes me wonder if the right front damage on that 19 car isn't hurting him a little bit more. Whoa, we got another caution!
Put it out, put it out.
The 5 of Hilker. The 13 of Hood again. That is the first scratch on the number 5 car.
I think I have front end damage now. You and me both, buddy. You and me both.
Yeah, that's those are a couple of wounded vehicles
Derek,
making
you
their
gotta
way
go
around the
around me.
racetrack. The 6 car, all of the Camaros with big damage
Oh,
tonight
yeah,
so
sorry,
far.
Derek. I didn't mean to hit you
With the
there. I'm trying to let it
exception
go.
of the 2 leaders. Moore able to keep the front end of that 10 car clean. The 8 car of Horst not looking too shabby either. Both of those look to be clean. but Davidson with damage. Hilker, I'll be surprised if he doesn't have damage after that spin in contact with the 13 car. Although, as I say that, I'm not a little bit of damage to the front end of
If you
that.
have any front end damage.
Yeah, a little bit of front end damage it looks to be on the front end of that 5 car. Very minimal, not too shabby, but just enough.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, small dink there. I agree with Cameron. I don't think that's going to be enough to hurt the performance on that 5 car. The 15 car of Romano, of course, already been to pit. I'm not sure if he used his fast repair there or not at that pit stop. As the 19 car of Davidson comes to the pit, is he going to burn that fast repair? Or is he going to let the mechanics do their magic and see if he can do some minor repairs and save that fasty for a more of an emergency situation? Lights still on the Silverado pace truck for the moment. We'll see if they're turning off this time by or not. Of course, Zach Davidson does not have to worry about catching up to the field, as pace laps are not going to count. Davidson burning his extra set of Hoosier Comanches tonight, so he will be on the same strategy as the 15 car trying to run through the field. Pace lights are out, so we are going green this time by. Zach Davidson barely going to be able to catch the field before it goes green. Hopefully he's able to get to the back, or at least back of the field before the green flag comes out. Moore still your leader, Horst still second, Hilker all the way up to third, and Romano up to fourth now. Green flag is out, we're racing again. Horst right to the bottom of the track, trying to make Moore go to the high side. He's going to succeed. Whoa, can they both save it? We have our first lead change of the race, the 8 of Horst to the lead. Brian Moore not having any of it, though. He's going to try to run the 8 high. That's going to get the 10 maybe back up under it, and he's going to try to return the favor into 1. Same move Horst used to get the lead. Moore's going to take it right back. Runs the 8 high up out of the... Whoa! Big wreck, big wreck, big wreck, big wreck. That's a huge one. Oh my goodness, what a mess. This is quickly becoming a demolition derby. Let's go back and watch that replay. The Horst of the 8 of Horst on the high side. Let's go back and watch this from the far chase cam. From this angle, it's hard to tell who came up and who didn't. So the 8 of Horst. Now I'm going to have to put that one on the 8 of Horst. The 10 was holding his line all the way through the corner. Whoops, I didn't want to press the... Oh, the caution came out. That wasn't me just now. The 10 of Moore is holding his line pretty steady there. Look at the 8 come down and collect the 10. That collection is going to collect the 5 of Hilker, the 19 of Davidson, the 6 of LaPierre. Does Chris Hood make it through? Oh, and it looks like Cameron Romano gets a big piece of this. As, yeah, he goes low, spins off the front of the 13 car. My God, it's a junkyard. Every single car involved in that wreck. 7 for 7. That is unbelievable. Do we even have cars left on the track? Brian Moore still rolling around with minor damage, I think, after that. Let's get back to the TV cameras where we have a little better view here. We have one car on track. I'm guessing...
Hey, Sam, you're kind of
there's the rest of them.
There, bud.
My goodness, what a mess.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
So, what has that done to this race?
Hey, we all got involved in that one, bud.
Can confirm, 7 race cars, 7 cars of 7 were involved in that incident. I've never seen the whole field in one accident before. That was incredible.
Yeah, this hard racing.
So that has put the wounded number 13 machine of Chris Hood to the lead.
No, I don't think so. I think the lights are still on.
The lights are indeed out on the pace truck. It is going green this time by.
I lied.
So the
That
wounded
you don't
13
need to.
car of Hood. Looks like Hilker might have got away with minor damage there. Green flag's back out. Who's even got a car left to race at this point? This could be a battle of who survives. Maybe that wreck will calm these guys down for a few laps. We're only lap 19. We've already had several major incidents. 13 of Hood rings the bottom. 5 of Hilker up out of the groove. Whoa, we got a little bit of action back here. Looks like they kept it gathered up. The 5 and the 6 car side by side. Hilker and LaPierre. Davidson waiting to pounce in fourth. The 8 of Horst trying to make back up some of the time after his involvement in that last incident. The 10 of Moore. And Romano back on track after his damage, trying to catch up to the pack, hoping for a yellow. Who wasn't involved in that wreck? Me, the one who didn't race, says Gary. Gary and I are marked safe from that accident by not being in the race server. Uh-oh. We got a yellow. We got a yellow.
Put it out, put it out, put it out.
How was your forward drive there towards the end of that little run we just did?
That's the 6 of Trevor LaPierre and the 5 of Hilker. Looks like Hilker has lost the entire front nose cone. Can LaPierre get that car moving at all, or is he taking it to pit? No, the 6 car somehow
I
still
love
rolling.
how all of, I guess, Road Wolf, I think it is, or Zach's team is just taking each other out right now.
I had nothing to do with that one.
I'm starting to wonder, watching this race, if we're going to see a winner at lap 50, or it's going to be who can do the most laps before their car quits working at this point.
I mean, we got the incident point. Remember that.
Hey, Soji, to answer your question, the answer is yes.
We playing bumper cars out here.
Gary just said what I was about to say. Looks like this race, all the drivers have agreed it's going to be a battle of
Dennis
attrition.
Allen James Hamlin, or however you put it.
Oh, my
shut that
goodness.
racing.
What on earth? So Chris
Oh,
Hood and
Lethal
his wounded
Bristol
number
is
13
kinda
machine.
chaotic.
The 19 car of Davidson looks like he's
Oh,
taking
you
his
should have
fast
seen us race
repair.
at Bristol Dirt last week. That was fun.
The 10 car of Moore, after
Yeah, I
being
know,
involved
but
in that
Dustin
incident a few laps back,
already-
thanks to
Dustin
the
gets
misfortune of
racing done
others,
on Monday,
has worked
so
his
that'll
way
be
back through the
chaotic.
field. The 15 car of Romano trying to make multiple positions up here. Horst coming back down pit road again. Just a reminder, Sam, you don't have to keep coming back down pit road to make repairs while you're under caution. There is no penalty for staying in the pits since laps don't count. So you don't have to keep cycling to try to stay on the lead lap.
Yeah, I thought I had more damage to fix, but I guess I don't have more damage to fix.
Oh.
Oh, wait, now I know. I took my dang fast repair. Crap.
It looked to me like you were rolling around trying to fix damage while staying on the lead lap since you pitted twice, and I'm thinking, well, you don't need to do that. But yeah, if you use your fasty, you definitely don't have damage now.
Yeah, I still had another 40 seconds remaining. So I guess I took the fast repair on accident.
All right, pace lights are out on the Silverado pace truck as the wounded number 6 sits in the pits. That might be his day done. Green flag's back out. We're down to 6 cars. And we're not even halfway through this
Sorry,
race.
Derek, I missed the shift.
Whoa, mama.
That's why I thought third.
Horst
because-
and Hilker too wide, and Hilker's going to clear. Battle for the lead is on. The 19 of Davidson, the 13 machine of
Get out
Hood.
my way.
That 13 Camaro might be wounded, but Chris Hood working it for all it's got left in the chassis. How much is that right front damage hurting that 13 car? He seems to be on pace. I'm not sure it's that bad, but man, as bad as the bodywork on that front end looks, I would be surprised if the toe isn't out. That entire right front tire is exposed to the elements. Oh, 19 out of the groove. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yeah, big out of the groove. That's right side contact. That would be enough to knock the toe out of the 19. The 10 of Moore, just like in the heat race, lying in wait, hoping to pounce on an opportunity. 19 out of the groove again. I believe the 19... Oh, look at the run. He is. He's trying to swing that high side and get the better exit off of the corner and make a momentum shift down the front stretch. Or the back stretch. I'm betting he isn't too picky with that line. Just trying to find a way to gain some speed on that 13 car and make the pass for the lead. 10 car still lying in wait. Smooth and steady she goes. 15 and the 5. The two Eagles battling for 4.
Goddamn flag job.
8 car of Horst cruising around back there trying to keep it clean. 19 still working on the 13, unable to pull off the move. 10 of Brian Moore creeping closer every single lap. Won't be too much longer. That 10 car will be chewing on the bumper of that 19. Makes me beg the question, is the 13 car holding up the 19 just enough that the 10 car has a little bit more pace due to its lack of damage? The 19 car now with a stoved-in front end on that as he gets another piece of the outside wall and freely gives up the position to the 10. Oh! Ooh, good save. That could have easily been another wreck. That's given Chris Hood the breathing room he needs to start racking in some laps and trying to run away from this 10 car. The 19 and the 15 side by side. Advantage 19, but if he swings high again, now he closes the bottom off, shuts down the 15's look. 5 car now working on the 15. 8 of Horse still making laps around the back. 6 car looks like it will more than likely be day done for that vehicle. Trevor LaPierre will be your first DNF for the evening by its appearance of that vehicle. If he does get back in it, he will be more laps down than he'll be able to make up, unfortunately. Battle for the lead, non-existent for the moment, but Brian Moore keeps inching closer. It's kind of interesting. He's got this ebb and flow. He keeps getting a little bit closer to Hood, and Hood's able to pull away again. Could that be Chris Hood just trying to pace himself to the field and make sure he keeps the lead?
Wreck or what?
Or could it be that Brian Moore just struggling to find a consistent line around that bottom and gains a little time, loses a little time? Not quite sure. 19 of Davidson still trying to use that enter high, exit low technique. It's got him some speed, but it's also got him into the wall. Not sure if that's going to get him back up to the front or not, although it has got him right to the bumper of the 10 car. But he drops back about a car length again. We might have finally hit a little bit of stride in this race, folks. All cars running single file, just trying to rack up some laps. Oh, here we go. This might be a move for position. 19 car tries to look low on the 10, doesn't have the grip to make it stick. 10 car retains the lead. And look at the 10 car inching in on the 13 again. We might have another battle. Oh! 19 hard into the outside wall. That one's going to hurt. That might... The car's still rolling, but I'm going to bet that 19 car has definitely got toe problems now. Steering will be sideways for that man. Where is my leader? The 13 car... No, still leading. I thought the 10 might have gotten around him for just a minute, but still working in that same premise. 10 car about a car length back off the 13. I think he's hoping Chris Hood might get a little bit loose on his older tires, and he's just waiting to get the opportunity to put the nose of that 10 car underneath the 13 and take the spot away. 13, though, been good on the high side when he's needed to be. I heard something hit the wall. Might have just been the 5 car on exit. No yellows on the track to report. Oh, Hilker just barely keeps it off the wall back there on the exit of 4. 10 car right to the bumper of the 13. Can he make the move? He can get close, but he has not been able to make the move stick yet. Hood just not giving an inch on that bottom line, trying to force the 10 to the top side. 10 will not take the bait. Another wall tap there from somebody towards the back of the field. Not sure who exactly. 10 car right up to the back bumper again. Hood still not able to... Hood still not giving an inch on that bottom line. Really making Brian Moore work for that groove that he wants. Moore not willing to relent. 19 of Davidson. I thought that car would have been damaged enough he wouldn't be making much progress, but I stand corrected. 19 of Davidson making his way back towards the leaders. Oh, the 10 car's finally got a nose under him. Can he hold it off? Oh. Only a 1-car spin. We're going to... Oh, caution is out. Okay. Yep. That was thrown...
You have tires.
Lap 43. Only 7 laps to go in the
Sorry,
future.
Brian. I tried to back out before I got into you, but I didn't have enough time.
What a close
They're all
race
good.
this has been. A lot of lead changes, a lot of wrecks, and we've
They're all
still got
good.
7 laps to go.
I know I was having a hell of a time trying to get past freaking Chris, so I was trying to give you a chance to going when I went high, but I see you didn't have much luck with it either.
Chris Hood, your leader in the 13 car, not coming to pit road. Davidson not coming to pit road. Romano
I honestly feel bad
and
about it. I think
Moore
it's
all
worse when I'm
staying
not
out.
from this.
Along Trevor LaPierre back in the race with that wounded
Oh, he
machine.
turned him!
And Sam Horst in the
Oh,
8.
you can't do that!
And Derek Hilker in the 5. Hilker
Flat down.
saved his tires. The 5 car will have a fresh
The
set of
damage I got
rubber
on
with
my front
7
right
to
tire
go.
right now, I don't even know if I got anything for you.
Horst saved his tires too, I see.
Dude, I don't have tires on this car, okay? I used them all defending Brian, so you might have a chance.
I'm just here to say the 8 and the 5 both saved their set of tires until this caution. So this could get interesting. Number 6 is getting hammered. Yeah, that number 6 machine of Trevor LaPierre is a wounded machine. He is multiple laps down.
Is there a point for most destroyed car?
No, but I can assure you if there was one, you would have it won right now. That number 6 car looks like it has seen 2.5 wars and about a decade in a storage shed at the moment.
And apologies to Derek. That was 300% my fault last time.
Ooh-wee. That ass is getting pounded, indeed. Make that a decade and someone throwing Sprite on it? Something like that. I don't know. As charged up as McDonald's Sprite is, that might rejuvenate the vehicle.
Appreciate these cars here.
All right, pace lights are out on the Silverado pace truck. 13 of Hood is back. Green flag is out. We're away in racing. 6 to go from New Smyrna. 13 of Hood out to a big lead. 3 cars under a blanket challenging for third. 19 of Davidson trying to chase down the leader. Wounded number 6 car out there just trying to make it work. 4-way battle for the... Is that 4th position, I believe? No, that's a 4-way battle for the 3rd position. Horst with the bumper to the 15. 15 able to hold the slide. 10 car into the outside wall. 8 blinks. Whoa, can he hold it? Bumper from the 8, using the chrome horn, trying to get past the 15 of Romano. A very aggressive move from that 8 car, trying to make the most of his position. 19 car still trying to chase down the leader with no avail. Here comes Derek Hilker on his fresh tires from the back to 3rd, trying to chase down the leaders.
On it.
Davidson unable to make any kind of progress on the 13 car so far. Does Hilker have enough time with 4 laps to go?
Put it out!
What happened back here? Whoa, Horst is around. Just as I switched off, that must have happened.
Appreciate it, Cameron. Appreciate it.
Let's see what happened here. 15 washed a little wide.
Sam,
10.
I think I could have sworn I tapped you initially, but I didn't see like an incident counter pop up. I think you got loose. I couldn't check up in time. That one I'll take responsibility for.
I appreciate it. I don't really sure what happened,
Was
but
it
I had my line.
Third, but
I'll
3
let you
wide.
play afterwards. That was good race. That was hard racing.
Third, but 3 wide, brother.
With old tires,
He was
with
lagging
new
a bit,
tires.
so we can excuse the accident.
Hard racing.
Yeah, and that was definitely a chain reaction.
Looks like you split up just a little bit, getting a little bit tight, Cameron, and then it ended up just knocking Sam too loose. And then he slid back down across your nose after.
I just wanted to know, y'all to know, that y'all give me blue balls out here, okay? I just want this race to be over.
Yeah, I want to go to Dustin's lobby real quick that he hosted.
So I can confirm that wreck. The 15 of Verano washed a little high and got this 8 car of Horst loose. However, in the checkup process, the 15 tried to check up to let the 8 straighten out, and the 10 car didn't have enough time to react and bumped the 15 into the 8 and kind of chain reaction to the whole event. So more of just a racing incident from what I could see.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll
Chris,
still take responsibility.
Blue
for
balls,
the initial
hood,
contact.
tiebreaker, final lap. Now, see, that's the beauty of this. Caution laps do not count. So we threw the caution lap at lap number 47, and it's still 47. So we don't have to worry about that. All we have to do is let them race. If the caution
Zach,
comes
I
out
wish you
before
the
the
best of
finish,
luck, sir.
it comes out before the finish. There will be no green-white checkers. It ends when it ends. Lights are out on the pace car. Can Romano get back in this race with only 3 to go? He's coming off pit road. Looks like he's got as much damage as he can fixed. With only 3 laps to go, he's going to have to make the best of that wounded 15 car. Silverado pace lights are out. He will be coming down the track this time by 13 of Hood's going to get right down on that yellow line for a good launch. 19 of Davidson right to his rear bumper. Green flag's out. Here comes the 19. The 5 of Hilker on his fresh tires. Might have a look at this. 13 car out to the lead. The 5 of Hilker on the high side makes the move to second. 3 under a blanket for third. 13 trying to fend off the hard-charging 5 for the win. 3 cars still under a blanket for third place. Whoa, the 8 gets the 19 and moves him. The 10 of Moore back to third place. Hilker now trying to chase down the 13 car. Lap and a half to go. Oh! Did he go around? He did. Only 1 car, though. Unfortunate for Derek Hilker, as he thought he might have had a run at that one, but tires were to no avail. Whoa! Caution is out. Oh, no, I can't throw the caution. It's too late. Where's our leaders? There's our leader. Horst tries to ring it around the outside, but it's going to be Chris Hood winning in the wounded number 13 car. He takes first. Sam Horst gets second. Romano comes all the way back from the back of the field to third. Trevor LaPierre in 7th. Drives that car into the outside wall. Zach Davidson, I believe, was your 6th place finisher. Derek Hilker takes 5th after that unfortunate finish for him on the last lap. Last lap, no caution once the white flags. I didn't realize that. First time race controlling with proper control, so. Let's take a look at the final results. Chris Hood is your winner. Sam Horst 2nd, Romano 3rd, Davidson 4th, Hilker 5th, Moore 6th after starting on the pole, and LaPierre finishes 21 laps down in 7th. Chris Hood, do you have a copy?
I have a copy.
That was an absolute chaotic mess of a race with a whole lot of cautions, a whole lot of carnage. And I noticed the right front of that number 13 machine you were driving had a lot of damage on it. Did you have any toe damage? And How did you manage to keep that thing in one piece to make it the full 50 laps?
I gotta say, thank God for one batch repair. With that first wreck I was in, the really bad one, got that fixed up. But after that, I mean, I just willed it. I was willing it the entire time.
I can believe it. You definitely looked like you had to be up on the wheel to stay in the session with this one, because everybody, including a 7-car wreck, that's not something you have to drive through every day. And I know you got together with Cameron on that wreck. What did you see from your position? You were the only one who actually drove through it after your contact with Cameron.
A lot of carnage, and I apologize profusely to Cameron, but we worked that out. But yeah, it's just a lot of carnage, a lot of dead bodies sitting everywhere.
Like driving through a junkyard, I bet. Well, either way, congratulations. Well done on your win. Hopefully you enjoyed the burnouts, and congratulations.
Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be a great win. I can run in our league, so I can't win in Dustin, so this is monumental for me.
Well, well done, my friend. Congrats and enjoy. Alrighty, folks. Your winner tonight,
Chris, I'm going to be
Chris
perfectly
Hood.
honest with you. I totally moved down to give Hilker a clear shot at you because I knew I did not have the car necessary to try to beat you.
Zach Davidson gave Hilker the look. Interesting.
I mean, that's fair, that's fair. I
Love
am
to see
waiting
it.
on a text from Derek to be, because I did kind of brake check him at one point, and he spun. I felt so bad.
Yeah, I think he had some momentum going on you, and when you slowed down, I think it was just a little bit too jarring for him, and it sent him around.
I think that's what happened as well.
Yeah, fair enough. But, you know, short track racing, baby. Let's get it.
Oh, well, thank you all for watching. Tonight's race is race 3, so next race will be number 4. Let's go check the schedule and see where we'll be running next week. This is, of course, the short track race that runs on, or the short track league that runs on Friday nights. So next Friday, October 10th, will be the street stocks at Stafford Speedway. Of course, tonight, the new Smyrna Speedway in southern Florida will be heading all the way up the East Coast to race at Stafford, which is all the way up, I believe, in Connecticut. So, reminder, there is no CSC Cup race happening tomorrow. This is an off week for the Cup Series. So if you're looking forward to tomorrow's race, I'm afraid you will have to wait 1 week. Next week's race for the Cup Series will be the NASCAR Next Gen, the Gen 7 cars, the current ones, at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. That will be immediately following the race on Friday. It will be Saturday, October 11th for the Vegas race in the Next Gens. So no more races, unfortunately, for us this weekend, but catch our doubleheader next weekend for sure. You may have a different host next week. I am having some surgery done, so there is a good chance I will not be on mic for next week's races and possibly a couple weeks after this. So if I'm not here, have fun, enjoy the races. I'm sure whoever is hosting will take good care of you guys while I'm gone. And I will be back once I am healed up and able to speak and take care of things safely. So, Chris was using his Willie, I guess it was for... We now have a waiting room VC for the broadcast area of the Discord if we need to do post-race interviews. This is true. So far I've been doing them over the iRacing VC, and it's worked pretty good. The exception to that was Derek Hilker, of course, who does not have a mic since he can't talk properly. He always goes text-to-speech, so I ended up interviewing him. I'd talk to him, and then he'd respond in the game chat. So we had to work a little bit of a different strategy to accommodate him, but we got it done. So I'll make sure to check on you. Oh, yeah, I'll still be on, to anybody who knows me, I will still be on Discord and stuff after my surgery. I don't know how much I'll be able to talk or do anything like that, but hopefully my nose reconstruction surgery will make things a little easier for me to breathe easy, and I'm looking forward to coming back and commentating on some more races afterwards, because I do truly enjoy this, so... But that is going to do it for us tonight here on the CSC Racing League. Thank you all so much for watching. Said next week's race, October the 10th, same time, same channel. We will see you all in 1 week. Have a great week. We'll see you next time. Good night.